How's it going, CrossFit Kempton? I hope you guys are doing well. I just want to firstly say well done on last week. We've obviously had a fairly tough few weeks of programming. We've done lots of barbell work, lots of strength work, lots of metcons, lots of high intensity stuff. So if you've been training consistently and you know, sort of you're on a package of the trains fairly often in the week, you're probably feeling a little bit stiff, a little bit sore. I hope you're using certain days to just take some recovery time and some rest time, as well as the weekends. That's what they're for, just to make sure that when we get back into the box, we're feeling nice and fresh. And we've obviously got a really good week planned for you guys again coming up this week. So just a quick brief overview, our weekly unwrapping for the week. On Monday, we have our push jerks. So we're changing the day up. We used to do that, well, we did them on a Friday last week. So we're working obviously a little bit heavier. The idea to go less reps, slightly heavier each week. Remember, on that progressive build, getting progressively stronger each week. And then we've got a really cool chipper workout planned for you guys. So we're going to do some push jerks with some box overs and a run, so in the form of a descending ladder. So we're basically working on a high rep range, and then the reps get less and less as we go through the workout. Looking forward to that one. And then on Tuesday, guys, we're doing our first hang power clean session for the week. So from the hang position up into the power clean position, this is going to be the technical complex. So we're not going to go super heavy. We're going to just go through a complex really just focused on technical aspects and making sure that we're feeling good for the movement. And then in the workout, we've got a really cool interval work session planned, 5 sets, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We've got some hang power cleans in there, some reverse lunges on the back, and then some sit-ups. So a really cool workout planned there as well. And then on Wednesday, guys, back squats. As mentioned and as promised, we're going to be working from the rig this week. We're now moving down to 6 reps at a time. So we obviously want to make sure that we're increasing the load to such a point that it's going to start getting a bit challenging to get the bar onto the back without the use of the rig. So we're going to use the rig for that one. And then we've got a 12-minute AMRAP, a nice short rep range, back squats, toes to bar, and wall balls, just working through those 3 movements for 12 minutes. That's for Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we're doing our deadlifts. Try not to miss it. That's obviously one of our most important strength components. And then we've got to work out some more running, 2 rounds, a little bit of running, some deadlifts and some burpees over the bar. And then Friday, finishing off with our heavy hang power clean session. So we're going to obviously work on load this time and making sure that we can get some nice heavy weights onto the bar. And then a really cool workout, a high rep range chipper. So we're starting off with like 300 double unders, and then a high rep range of box overs, high rep range of hang power cleans. And then you guys get to decide how you want to break that up. So we're looking forward to that one. Hopefully we'll see you guys in the week. And then obviously remember, we started our barbell class last week, Friday. It was the first one. It was a great success. If you guys want to check that out, remember it's a class on those, for those guys who specifically want to improve their Olympic weightlifting. So that's going to be on Fridays at 5:30 p.m. And we've obviously got a normal class just before that. If you are looking to do a workout or a class, you can jump in at 4:30. I wouldn't recommend doing 4:30 and 5:30. The barbell class is there to cater for the guys that are specifically looking to increase their Olympic weightlifting. And then this week will be snatches. So we're looking forward to it, guys. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling well rested, and we'll see you in the week. Cheers. Okay, just a tiny little rant for this week. This is generally just a section where we talk about something that we would like the members to please just take into consideration, which most of us do, if not all of us do. Sometimes it's just one of those things that potentially needs to be reiterated a little bit. So this week, guys, I wanted to quickly just talk about our booking system. So we obviously, due to our COVID regulations, we only have a certain amount of people, and it's quite a bit less than what we used to. So we've got 14 people per class. We are noticing the busyness of the classes, guys. We are noticing that. We are looking into ways on how we can improve that and sort of just make sure that we're accommodating everyone. But what tends to happen a lot of the time is we see the bookings are full with a waiting list, and then just before the class, people start to cancel for those bookings, or they generally book 3 classes back to back to back. So they'll book the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, hoping to get into one of them. Now there's nothing wrong with that. We obviously want to make sure that you do get a slot, but guys, I just want to please make sure that we are canceling our bookings if we're not attending the classes, especially during a time like this. We're definitely taking up the spots of somebody who would have liked to train. And also just bearing in mind, try not cancel just 20 or 30 minutes before. Let's try and just give in some consideration. If we cannot make the class and we know in advance, please cancel. And it's not ideal. I have spoken to the guys from BoxChamp on how we can create a better system to notify you when a bookings become available, because we have seen as well, some people will book for a class, they'll be on the waiting list, and they don't attend even though they got slotted into the class because of the cancellations, and then they say, okay, well, I didn't see the notification to say that I can now attend the class. So guys, obviously that's something that we just need to work through. In the meantime, we're looking at potentially trying to bring in an SMS system, so you get an SMS that notifies you when there's a slot available, which obviously is going to make it a lot easier for you to see and then, you know, come to the class. That's why we're just trying to make sure that we can get all of this done enough in advance before the class starts. But in the meantime, I need to please ask guys, if you have booked for a class and there is a chance of you getting slotted into that class by people canceling, so from the waiting list into the class, that currently gets notified via email. So most of us have our emails on our phone, so please just refresh, you know, just 30 minutes before the class or 45 minutes before the class. Chances are slot did open up for you, and we want to make sure you can train, or if you've decided not to train, cancel the booking to allow somebody else to train. As I said, this is just something that we're kind of looking into and trying to make it run a little bit smoother and make it better for all of us. And as I said, we are looking at ways on how we can just make sure we're managing the numbers by bringing in extra class here or there and making it a good facility for all of us to train in. Thanks guys. Guys, just a quick coach's tip for the week. So when it comes to the lifting that we do, which we're doing so often at the moment, we're doing lots of back squats, push jerks, deadlifts, hang power cleans. Something that we want to make sure we're reiterating and just letting you know of how important it is. We need to make sure that we get mechanics right first. We can do that consistently, and then we add load. A lot of the time it becomes difficult for the coaches because people want to add load because that's how they believe they're going to get stronger. Yes, that's true, but you're actually doing yourself an injustice if you try and do that too soon before you have sound mechanics. There's no point in getting yourself to a weight that you can lift that's super heavy, but at the same time we're not moving efficiently and correctly. Essentially what we're doing is we're teaching ourselves bad habits, and we're going to get ourselves capped at a certain point. So we're going to get to a certain point, we're going to wonder why we can't get stronger or lift more weight. It's because we didn't look after our mechanics initially. So guys, I want us just to take on the mindset of making sure that we move well and making sure that we can move well consistently, and then thereafter we focus on weight. It's not to say that we can't add a little bit of weights here and there, but if we start to add weight before our mechanics are incorrect or slightly off, that's obviously when it comes to sort of reaching that ceiling, reaching that cap, and then obviously potentially getting injured as well through not allowing our body to be in the correct positions when we're under heavy load, and therefore causing niggles and injury. So it's just something to think about while we're going through our strength building phase. It's not to say that you aren't going to get strong, but let's make sure that we do it properly. Remember, getting strong is a journey that takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. So we need to make sure we're being patient, and we're going to reap the rewards even more so at a later stage. Just something to think about, guys. Let's try and think about it now as we're going into this week. Cheers.